And today, I'd like to talk about the Fed dot plot, and I think that's important to give us an idea what to look next. Okay. Now, the Federal Reserve recently decided to keep interest rates steady within the range of 5.25% to 5.5%. Now, however, it revised its outlook for the rate cut in 2024, reducing the expected cuts from 3 to just 1. Now, this is a key point right over here. We were expecting 3. Now it's changed from 3 to 1, that reflecting the longer than anticipated cooling period for inflation. The quarterly updated dot plot, which indicates the stance of 19 FOMC members, reveals a divided committee. Why do I say that? Because if you look over here, what we have is we have 4 officials favoring no cut this year. Okay, out 19, 4 says no cut. Now, 7 projects 1 reduction, and the remaining 8 forecast 2 rate cuts in 2024. So this division suggests varying perspective on the economic outlook. I'm seeing this tricky thing right over here, right? So this projected rate cuts imply only a 0.25 percentage point reduction in the Fed's benchmark interest rate. So despite this modest adjustment, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell emphasized that the possibility of rate hikes is not entirely off the table, though it is not the base case. Now, the key word here is it's not the base case for any of the committee members. So right now, none of the committee members, you can see the voting members here, are thinking about rate hike. So this stance suggests a cautious optimism that inflation will remain under control so far. Okay. Right. Okay. So next, nonetheless, the Fed raised its inflation forecast, marking up the expected rate for inflation, excluding food and energy, to 2.8% in 2024, from 2.6 and up to 0.2%. Now, this adjustment reflects concern about the resilience of the economy and the potential difficulty in taming inflation in the future. Now, in contrast, the ECB has nearly ruled out a second interest rate cut in July and remains uncertain about a potential rate cut in September. Similarly, the Bank of England's shift towards rate cut is expected to be delayed, with traders anticipating the first reduction in September. So, based on the dot plot guidance, the earliest potential rate cut that can happen in the US could occur in September, with the probability of a cut rising to 66%, 66.27% from the previous 50%. Minneapolis Federal Reserve President Neil Kashkari suggests that there would be a cut. That if there would be a cut, that's a spelling error here. If there would be a cut, it would likely be towards the end of the year, and we are talking somewhere in December. Okay, so this is something that we need to look at. If there's a cut, probably in December. Now, if you think that overall it's December and the rest they are looking in September, even the Bank of England is in September, then this position strengthens the dollar, as is the US dollar, as persistently high US rates make investment in US securities more attractive, boosting the greenback's value. So the new Fed projections indicate that the economy is expected to grow at a slightly above trend rate of 2.1% this year, despite a sluggish first quarter. Additionally, the unemployment rate is projected to remain at its current 4% throughout the year. So let's see if these projections hold true. If they hold true like this, then it's a good thing. Then whatever the Fed is projecting, then they follow that. But if it doesn't, then it's a different case. So what you need to do, please look and do this unemployment as well as the growth, economy growth, the GDP in general. Okay. So anyway, take note that it's important to note that the dot plot is not a forecast of a commitment. Interest rate projections can change as the economy and financial markets evolve. Oops. Looking ahead to 2025, the central bank anticipates a total of 4 rate cuts amounting to a full percentage point reduction in the benchmark Fed fund rates. Okay, so for now, this is what the position is. If going forward, if we still have data that suggests to the Fed, I said you don't need to look into rate cutting that fast, just like what Neil Kashkari said. Then, and if the BOE and the rest, like the ECB starts cutting the rates, then yeah, you would see that the US dollars would actually appreciate in value for the time being. Okay, so with that, that's the end of the news for today.